Producers always say find a talented recording artist and build with them step by step. Today I'm going to be going over this clip by platinum producer DJ Toomp talking about creating his hip hop legacy along with T.I. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video because there's tons of value packed in this clip. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it.
We really got noticed and we was putting mixtapes out. And so Dope Boys in the Trap, like I say, was the leading record. But the In the Streets mixtape was a song 24s. Mm-hmm. That was a beat. I was cutting hair every day. So
that was the first song I heard from Tip.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. So early, I got up that morning, created that track. And then, as a producer, you had that one track that you're working on, you just let that play all day for like 4 hours.
Right.
You go get something to eat and come back and listen to it again. Walk on this side of the house. Still jam.
Outside the door.
Hell yeah. You just keep listening to it. It was the track of the day.
Right.
And so he came to get a haircut, got him in the chair. He was like, man, shawty, that shit, that hard.
He was still cutting hair.
Yeah, I was still cutting hair then.
Yeah.
I just cut him in the whole PSC. I keep everybody faded up.
Right.
And so he was like, shawty, that shit hard. So he couldn't even keep his hands still because he was bobbing. I was like, hey man, let me just stop that shit. I said, I'm gonna play it when I'm getting back to your lineup, but right now on this fade,
Right.
And so by the time I was lining his shit up and finished the haircut, he was like, man, I got a whole song of that shit. He was making the song in his head while I was cutting his hair.
Right.
He said, man, please, man, don't even play that shit for nobody else. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole breakdown and everything. Right. It was like almost, you know how you make shit in song mode, so you just gonna let it loop.
Right.
So the breakdown and everything. So he fell in love with that shit. He had the song written. And once we went to the studio, laid it down, put it on the mixtape, radio stations was giving us crazy support. Even with being unsigned, they were still playing our shit.
I think that's a beat that stood out to all of us, especially the producers out there. And one thing that really stood out in that particular clip was the fact that DJ Toomp had the beat playing over and over again. He was really feeling the music. And one thing that I've seen from some younger producers or just newer producers in general is just this turbo rapid fire beat making process. It's just one beat, two beat, three beats. It's just quickly done so fast that it almost feels like just the creation of easy products for a sale or for the point of just making a quick profit. That may not be the case. I may be misinterpreting it, but I just see the speed going on so quickly. And let's just say in this scenario, DJ Toomp had access to all the new tools that we have. He was just making beats super fast. He may not have had even any music playing or maybe just a drum beat going because he was going so quickly and creating the music. But fortunately, he was playing the song over and over again to the point that T.I. was able to make the classic song to it. So all the producers out there, especially if you have a beat that you feel like is starting to stand out and you just keep playing it over and over again, really take your time with it. Make sure everything feels good and don't always rush to get to the finish line when it comes to getting a beat done because you never know what it could actually turn into. But let's go ahead and get back into this clip.
Once we went to the studio, laid it down, put it on the mixtape, radio stations was giving us crazy support. Even with being unsigned, they were still playing our shit.
Mm-hmm. Who was the top DJ at the time in Atlanta?
You had Greg Street. Yeah, Greg Street definitely shows some love. Shout out. That's my dog. Street. And he ran that shit, man. And next thing you know, that's when the Atlantic saw the traction that we was making with that song. Mm-hmm. And that's when they were like, hey, you know what? We ready to sign y'all right now. Whatever numbers y'all were talking about, we willing to do that. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, let's do a video as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. Shit, man, they came and after the deal, they came with a real budget, man. We had done the video and everything.
How much was that contract?
That deal was worth about 2 or 3 mil, you know?
2 or 3 mil.
Yeah.
But you had to bring the attention to yourselves.
Yes. We definitely had to get
Pay
the buzz
attention,
going.
fellas.
Had to get the buzz going. Yeah,
right.
For sure. And we were kind of like, it wasn't really too many people doing mixtapes in Atlanta around that time either.
Okay.
Yeah, we came up here and caught vapors on that shit. And I think when they went to Texas and they saw how the Screwed Up clique was moving around down there, with like Slim Thug and them.
Right.
Yeah, it was millionaires off that shit. And so that's when he brought that whole energy. And he was like, Toomp, man, let's just get all these hot ass beats and just put these shits out. I didn't understand that shit at first.
Right.
But, mixtape, I'm thinking mixtape, like mixing and shit, DJ, scratching.
Right.
That's what I used to do.
Right.
But he was like, no. And that when they start playing I think I was listening to Children of the Corn and Ron G and all them. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the type of mixtape you're talking about. Okay. Yeah.
This is before you hooked up with Drama, right?
Right, right. In the streets, yeah. That was just shit we were putting out, getting them printed up, had a little artwork with everybody on the cover or whatnot. Oh, that shit, the magic was, everything aligned the way it was supposed to go, man. It made a lot of sense.
That's so interesting how Toomp and T.I. were able to blow up like that. These days, a lot of artists would probably really put the music out there on the internet, maybe do local shows and things of that nature. And I think a lot of things would really have to be managed by the artists and the producer and their team more so these days, and labels don't really take the risk on going on raw talent so much. But if you do have a bit of a movement going, motion, an internet presence, a real buzz, they'll more than likely invest in people who've already invested in themselves. So all the producers out there, of course, make sure you're connecting with talented recording artists, but at the same time, make sure those talented recording artists are actually putting money behind what they're doing, so that way that you're investing in someone who's investing in themselves, and then also labels and things of that nature will want to invest in that total package, in that total movement, so you guys can all grow together.
Just to go back a quick second, when you're on the face, KP leaves, you're getting no support.
Right.
What was that? What were those talks like? When did you realize that no one was going to move for you at all? Because looking back on it now, it feels like somebody should be fired.
Shit, yeah, when Jason couldn't get nobody on the phone. Yeah, it was like, man, let's just go up there. Fuck it. Yeah. We just made that drive. And that's when LA sat with us, and then like when he left and went to lunch, and we was talking to Mark Pitts. And that's when Mark was like, hey man, we're gonna let you off the contract. Because at first, our main thing was like, man, don't just hold us up, man. We trying to move forward. You see what's happening.
What was facing? What did LA
What was the issue?
Yeah, well, LA was about to see. LA was about
the whole regime change thing.
That whole thing, yeah. Because just think.
That's
see,
crazy.
honestly, man, and I asked LA one time, and I said, "Hey, man, why did you sell the face, man? Why did you?" Right. He said Prince told him, man, that was the worst thing he could have done, man. He said Prince cussed him out real bad about that. Yeah, because I asked him straight up, like, dude, what happened? He was just like, man, just a deal he couldn't deny. And I'm like, man, if you would have kept that shit going in Atlanta, don't you know, like, come on, you was winning back to back. Everything came out of the face was fire.
Yeah. And he couldn't give you a real answer as to why he sold it?
Couldn't get a real, yeah, of course, he wasn't gonna tell me all the business, the background part, but he just said, right. He regret that shit.
All right, and that also shows that all good things must come to an end. You can have a deal with your recording artist, things could be going well, and then there could be that regime change that makes things that were already comfortable and funded and just having just this infrastructure of everything working in your favor can just totally change at the blink of an eye. So always have a backup plan, other things going, make sure you diversify, so that way if something changes and you don't have that same familiar territory, you don't really feel like you're a fish out of water. You could still survive. You could still work as a major producer such as DJ Toomp and a major recording artist such as T.I. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Do you feel like recording artists and producers should really get together and create these major branded duos like T.I. and Toomp? How do you feel like AI is going to influence these type of duos? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be sure to check them out, and I'm excited to see how you guys feel about this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe. My name is Desmond A, and I'll be back with more great videos. Peace. Wait, before you go, make sure you go to DesmondASounds.com, where you can get free FL Studio Patcher plugins, free loops, free guides, everything you need to level up your music production. Once again, go to DesmondASounds.com or click the link in the description. Go there now and totally transform your music production.